It's gonna be a nice calm one today heading to St. Maarten. Look at this, nice and flat. See what the conditions are out there. Probably just some swell to contend with, but should be pretty nice. All right, gotta get the boat ready to go. Check the oils and start the engine up and get her warmed up.
It was still just before dawn and the rest of the crew was not awake yet, but I was prepping the boat for a 100-mile offshore passage to St. Maarten.
All right, one engine was down just a little bit. Topped it off. Now I'll start her up and then we'll get going.
Cranking up all 1,440 horsepower of the twin Detroit diesel motors was definitely enough to wake up the crew. We were leaving Virgin Gorda and the British Virgin Islands behind us and headed over to St. Maarten at Simpson Bay. We had been waiting for good weather conditions, and we found some perfect weather conditions for heading east. There was absolutely no wind and the seas were dead calm.
All right, on our way. Doing about 1,200 RPM per engine, which is about 8 gallons per engine of fuel, so 16 gallons an hour. And we got about 7 hours and change to go. So, you know, you're looking at like 110, 20 gallons, something like that. And, you know, what we're going to do in 7 hours as opposed to, you have to motor this anyway on a sailboat, unless you really want to sail a long way. You're only going to be doing like 6.5 knots, burning a gallon an hour. You know, it's going to take you 12 hours or something like that. Yeah, so it's 12 gallons. So yeah, about 100 gallons of difference. But we're getting there in half a day instead of a full day. And it's pretty nice efficiency.
Saying goodbye to the BVI.
Adios.
Well, everybody's kind of settling in here. Those that are seasick are seasick. Those that aren't. Elodie hanging out on the beanbag out front. She seems pretty natural at it. And then Steph's doing all right. I don't think she's 100%. She's doing all right. And then G is downstairs, definitely feeling a little seasick. It's not even rough out here, but I don't know. Sometimes she gets it, sometimes she doesn't. But we got 6 hours to go. Doing all right. It's nice out here. You can't ask for better conditions. I mean, sure, it can be glassy, and I mean, it is glassy, but the swells are coming in, so it's a little up and down. But I mean, I'll take this any day of the week. It's perfect. And the camera never does it justice, but there's some swell coming in from the north. There's a big storm, like off the east coast of the United States, moving down this way. The storm won't reach this far, but the swell certainly will be pushing out this far. And you can kind of see it coming down from the north, because there's very little wind. There's like 2 knots of wind out here. And you can see some pretty decent sized swell coming down. That's why we came today. It's supposed to be calm or light winds again tomorrow, like it is today, but the swell will be coming in overnight. So much better to go today, and it's pretty nice out here. I enjoyed it.
I'm driving your sunscreen.
There you go.
About 95% of the time, the trade winds blow out of the east down in the Caribbean, so we found a rare, perfect window for heading east. People often comment that they think the dark side is a little bow heavy. That's only because I'm cruising around at 10 knots, which gives me better fuel economy. The boat is really designed to run at about 15 knots as seen here, and the bow is plenty out of the water. Of course, at that speed I'm burning 40 or 50 gallons an hour, so I don't do it very often.
Best visibility days I've seen. You know, we can see Anguilla up there at St. Maarten. I mean, we saw them as much as 35 miles away or more. And then Saber Rock, which is way down there, is that's like 40 miles away. You see, it's a really big mountain. But yeah, the visibility is really good out here.
Bittersweet is the taste of your
16 miles to go. The girls are all sleeping or tanning. I've been running at 1200 RPM this whole time, so it's, the engines are running cool. They're supposed to run between 170 and 180, and they've been at 170 the whole time. So warm them up a little. I'm gonna run it up to 1700 RPM. Give us about 14 knots, so I'll do about half an hour and then calm back down on it, just to heat everything up, burn all the carbon out of the exhaust and all that. And because I'm no engine expert, but people that are told me that I should do that every now and again, so I do it, and I haven't had a problem yet. Being on that beach when that happens, it's pretty cool.
Imagine one be there and take off.
Yeah, no. Okay, we did timed it just about right. We got here 20 till 3, and then we put the dinghy down. Got our lines and fenders all set on the port side. We're gonna be backing into the port side, stern end. So we got all our fenders set and lines, and I briefed the crew on which lines are the most important. Basically, in my opinion, for this procedure, the most important line would be the spring line, coming from the aft of the boat forward to a cleat on the dock. That keeps you for the boat from backing in too much to the slip. And then of course, you need other lines going other places, but I briefed them, that's the most important one. The bridge opens from Simpson Bay into the protected lagoon of Coal Bay.
1, 2. No, now I know. It's like this and then like this.
After 5 times, you know. Good.
Oh! Was it?
Yeah.
Honestly, it was more funny the way I was
know
doing
what
it.
that was all about, but we made it on the dock safe and sound.
Oh, do you remember?
Yeah.
Kind of a nice thing about this boat is I can connect my shore power on either side. I got a port side connection here, or on the starboard side I got one I normally use. But since it's right here, I just flip a switch down there on my main control panel from port to starboard, from starboard to port, and there we go. As always, first thing we do when we get to the marina is scrub the boat down and get all the salt off. Of course, we can make that a fun time too. Almost never quite as good of a sunset when you're in a marina, but it does have its benefits. Like we get to do laundry and get really clean and all that. So I think the girls are about ready. We're gonna load up in the dinghy and we're gonna go to one of my favorite restaurants, Lagoonies, here in St. Martin, and just pull right up on the dock and go to dinner.
I'm not hangry, I'm fangry. You know what that is?
Fangry.
What is fangry?
It's like you're almost fainting because you're hungry.
Dinner. Oh, there's the bread everyone's been eating. Bobby jumped in this disgusting water
How
to save my sunglasses. So sweet. Thank you.
I'm gonna die.
I reckon tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a virus.
Yeah, because then you have to take care of him once he gets like a mutation in his arm or something.
I told him to shower at least 3 times, brush his teeth 5 times.
You don't really need a car in St. Martin. Most of the restaurants and bars are located on the bay, and it's an easy dinghy ride everywhere you go. And most of the places even have dinghy docks.
She won. I swear. You're strong. I'm putting my whole body.
As always, thank you for watching, and it's our patrons that make this channel possible. They get lots of extra perks like bonus videos and behind the scenes and information on our newest crew members.